ॐ अजाय नमः। ॐ अव्ययाय नमः। ॐ अविनाशिने नमः। ॐ अचिन्त्याय नमः। ॐ अप्रमेयाय नमः। ॐ अद्वितीयाय नमः। ॐ अनिकेताय नमः। ॐ अनुशासनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ अन्तःसाक्षिणे नमः। ॐ अन्तर्यामिने नमः। ॐ आनन्दाय नमः। ॐ आत्मस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ आङ्गभाषाविदुत्तमाय नमः। ॐ ईश्वराय नमः। ॐ उदारहृदयाय नमः। ॐ उत्साहवर्धकाय नमः। ॐ एकस्मै नमः। ॐ ओङ्कारविदे नमः। ॐ करुणासागराय नमः। ॐ कर्मपरायणाय नमः। ॐ कालातीताय नमः। ॐ कैवल्यस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ कृतात्मने नमः। ॐ कृतकृत्याय नमः। ॐ गीताज्ञानयज्ञप्रचारकाय नमः। ॐ गुरवे नमः। ॐ गुणातीताय नमः। ॐ ग्रन्थकृते नमः। ॐ चिन्मयाय नमः। ॐ चिन्नसंशयाय नमः। ॐ जगदात्मने नमः। ॐ जगत्साक्षिणे नमः। ॐ जनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ जितेन्द्रियाय नमः। ॐ जीवब्रह्मैक्यविदे नमः। ॐ जीवन्मुक्ताय नमः। ॐ जीर्णमन्दिरोद्धारकाय नमः। ॐ तपोवनशिष्याय नमः। ॐ तपस्विने नमः। ॐ तापनाशनाय नमः। ॐ तीर्थस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ तेजस्विने नमः। ॐ देहातीताय नमः। ॐ द्वन्द्वातीताय नमः। ॐ दृढनिश्चयाय नमः। ॐ धर्मसंस्थापकाय नमः। ॐ धीमते नमः। ॐ धीराय नमः। ॐ धैर्यप्रदाय नमः। ॐ नारायणाय नमः। ॐ निजानन्दाय नमः। ॐ निरपेक्षाय नमः। ॐ निःस्पृहाय नमः। ॐ निरुपमाय नमः। ॐ निर्विकल्पाय नमः। ॐ नित्याय नमः। ॐ निरञ्जनाय नमः। ॐ परमाय नमः। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ पावनाय नमः। ॐ पावकाय नमः। ॐ पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः। ॐ प्रसन्नात्मने नमः। ॐ फलासक्तिरहिताय नमः। ॐ बहुभक्ताय नमः। ॐ बन्धमोचकाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मपराय नमः। ॐ भयनाशनाय नमः। ॐ भारतगौरवाय नमः। ॐ भूमे नमः। ॐ महावाक्योपदेशकाय नमः। ॐ महर्षये नमः। ॐ मधुरस्वभावाय नमः। ॐ मनोहराय नमः। ॐ महात्मने नमः। मेधाविने नमः ॐ यतात्मने नमः ॐ यज्ञकृते नमः ॐ लोकप्रसिद्धाय नमः ॐ वाग्मिने नमः ॐ विभवे नमः ॐ विनोदप्रियाय नमः ॐ विनयशीलाय नमः ॐ वीतरागाय नमः ॐ वेदान्तवेद्याय नमः ॐ शान्ताय नमः ॐ शान्तिप्रदाय नमः ॐ शास्त्रोद्धारकाय नमः ॐ शुद्धसत्त्वाय नमः ॐ श्रुतिपारगाय नमः ॐ श्रोत्रियाय नमः ॐ सन्न्यासिने नमः ॐ समबुद्धये नमः ॐ सच्चिदानन्दाय नमः ॐ सर्वहितचिन्तकाय नमः ॐ सत्यसङ्कल्पाय नमः ॐ सन्तुष्टाय नमः ॐ साधवे नमः ॐ सुमनसे नमः ॐ सुहृदे नमः ॐ स्वयं ज्योतिषे नमः ॐ स्थितप्रज्ञाय नमः ॐ क्षमाशीलाय नमः ॐ ज्ञानमूर्तये नमः ॐ ज्ञानयोगिने नमः ॐ ज्ञानतृप्ताय नमः ॐ नित्यशुद्धबुद्धमुक्तस्वरूपाय नमः ॐ नित्यशुद्धबुद्धमुक्तस्वरूपाय नमः ॐ नित्यशुद्धबुद्धमुक्तस्वरूपाय नमः ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। My thanks to the host first. Today we are going to see 87th name. 86 we did? 88. Thanks. So, last evening we saw the name Shaanti-pradaaya Namah. The word Shanti comes from the root Sham in Sanskrit. Sham means quietude of the mind. And we saw what all things can make our mind quiet. I'm not going to ask you questions now, even though the host is here, so I hope she remembers. Sometimes host may be physically there, mind may be somewhere else. Oh, I think the food has come there, I think the children are playing there, I think something I put in the gas stove, I think. So I think the cooker is still on. Physically you may be there, but mind may be some at least 10 to 20 to 30 feet away. It's not like, it's all here only. So even though you're feeling so hot, so you need to come here, it's quite cold here. Sham means quietude of the mind. Like Dham means quietness of the senses. Dhamma, you know the word Dhamma. Shama means where the mind has found its own self, being. Mind is not running out here and there. One who causes the Karaha becomes Shankara. Shankar Bhagavan is one who can, by very look of him, your mind becomes quiet. Why? Because he is the very embodiment of peace. Karaha. So Shanti is a state of mind, as we saw yesterday, where the mind has found its own state of peace, not because everything is going on well. Our mind is quiet and peaceful, only everything is going according to our plan. When things go out of the way, our mind gets agitated. Correct? So we saw yesterday, Shanti is not because everything is happening the way we want. Shanti is the nature of the soul or the self which one has discovered. Just like the silence is not a created experience. Silence is becoming aware of what is already there. Now everybody is seeking this Shanti. It's interesting. In Atma Bodha, one of the texts which Shankaracharya has written, Shanti is Sita and Ram is the soul. It's a very interesting analogy that is brought there. And Shanti is lost and Ram is searching. But he cannot get unless he kills the Ravanadi Rakshasas. They are in us, in our personality, they are the Raga Dvesha. Raga Dvesha, likes and dislikes are the Rakshasas. Unless you Tirtva Moharnavam Hatva Raga Dveshati Sangulaha. The one who is destroyed the Ragadvesha after crossing over the ocean of delusion, Shanti Samayuktavaha, Atma Ramo Virajate. Rama is Atma Ram, one who has for a short period of time lost Shanti. To whom? To whom? Ravana. Who is Ravana? Dashamukha. Right? Dashamukha means one who has 10 heads. If we have headache in one head itself is a problem. Think about Ravan. He doesn't even know which one is in trouble. Which nose is actually running. Actually, we are all Dashamukhas only. You know why? As I said yesterday also, there are 10 sense organs which are constantly demanding our attention. That is one of them. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, 5. Hands, legs, speech, reproductive organ in anus, another 5. 5 karmendriyas, 5 jnanendriyas. They all seek attention from the mind, constantly. When our mind is continuously serving them only, their demands, we become what? Dashamukha Ravan. Because the word Ravana also very interesting. Ravana means Ravayati idi Ravanaha. Rona, one who is making you cry is called Ravana. Ravayati. Ravam. Aravam. Aravam word is to make sound. Kantaravam. Kantaram means making sound of the bell. Ravayati, meaning one makes you cry or make you sound, loud cry, is called Ravan. So, in all of us, our mind, when it is going out through the senses, we are Ravanas. We are all Dashamukha. Whereas a person who is able to control all the 5 senses within oneself, we become Dasharatha. Consider the sense organs as chariots, going in different directions. And if he is able to control all of them, he was able to control all the 10 chariots. It's called Dasharatha. 8 directions and up and down. That's how it's considered as. South, southwest, east or west, then northwest, north, northeast, east, is like that. All the 8 plus up and down. So he was able to control all the 10 chariots in a fight. Therefore he is referred as Dasharatha. Only when we become Dasharatha, in our heart is born Rama. And Rama's wife is Shanti, Sita. Right? But whatever reason, when the Shanti was taken away, Rama was in looking for, where do I find? Where she is lost? In Dashamukha. Right? And conquering only those sense organs which constantly take away our attention. We conquer him, destroy, and then bring the Shanti back. Now, as we all know, we all seek Shanti, even though it is there within us. we are not able to continuously remain in the state of Shanti. So we always look for a shortcut. Who can give it to us? Who can give it to us? So the only one who can really give us the Shanti is the one who has Shanti. Is it not? You want some money for a loan, huh? And whom do you ask? Whom do you ask? One who has. You're going to go to a beggar and ask. So one beggar was sitting outside a temple. A rich person came in a car. And then beggar asked, please give me money. He said, wait. And he went inside a temple. Before going, he said, I'll go to the temple and then I come back and give it to you. He went. So the beggar waited for some time. And the fellow came back and he gave one rupee or something. With such a huge car and this thing, you gave me 1 rupee. And he looked at it. He didn't even touch it. He asked, what did you do inside? So the fellow said, I prayed for more money in my life. So he gave back the 1 rupee to him. You are also a beggar. I am also a beggar. I don't want to beg money from a beggar. It is an insult. So, if you want Shanti, you must go to a person who has that. How many of you doctor here? 1, 2, 3. And if you go to a doctor and he himself is sick, what will you do? You go to a dentist. And when he laughs, there is no teeth at all. Will you go to that dentist? So that is why, it is interesting, all of us, Swamis are given, what is the last name? Anand. If we also keep crying, Chinmayanand, Tejomayanand, Ishwaranand, Anand mein hona chahiye. If we also constantly complain and cry, then people say, what is this? So Shanti can be given by one who is Shanta. Right? So the previous word what we saw, Shantaya Namah. This, what we are going to see is Shaanti-pradaaya Namah. One who is the giver of peace. Now who can give peace? As I said, no one who has. But we have not found, at least many of us have not found, who remains in great peace all the time. Only person I have found in my life is Gurudev. I have not seen anybody else. Seriously talking. Nobody in my life I have seen who really had that much of peace. At the same time, peace does not mean doing nothing. In spite of engaging in the world day and night more than what we have been doing. He used to work for 18 hours a day, more than 18 hours a day. Active, alert, continuously busy, but peaceful. How is that possible? If one is having no commitments, no responsibilities, no duties, and sitting in a lonely cave in solitude in a Himalayan cave, and you go to them and the person is in great peace, you can understand, nothing else to do. But in spite of taking all responsibilities, projects and this and that, still peaceful. That is the ideal, isn't it? Because we are all like that. We are not the people who have detached and staying away from our responsibilities. We have so many things to do. But so how is that possible for a person to remain at peace in spite of the fact there's so many things to do? Guruji also was such a person. I have seen that in spite of all the responsibilities, when it comes to start talking in his, about a subject matter, is completely engrossed in that and peaceful. How? We have seen people who are very successful in life, successful in what they do and successful in the business, but not a person whom you can talk to. Now they are always, agitated, disturbed, worried, annoyed, angry, upset. They may be successful, but not having peace. And that is one of the reasons why people take to drugs and many other things. Because they don't know what to do. The mind is so active, they can't even sleep. And they have to take a pill to sleep. One person said, I don't take sleeping pills. Why? The pill itself is sleeping. Why should I take it? That's, anyway, that's a joke. So, if the pill itself is sleeping, why should I take it? So, mind is not, you do not think that, oh, mind will be peaceful if I have nothing else to do. In fact, Krishna wants this to Arjuna. Arjuna thinks by running away from the battlefield, he can be peaceful. Because that was he's afraid of. If I am actively working in this world, I will not find peace. But if I am come this side, no, so others can join. I want
you want back support.
Back support? Don't be Walmart. Huh? I tell people, don't be Walmart. You also. Okay. Move on.
Walmart.
So if I do not fight the war, then I'll be at peace. That was the conclusion arrived at by Arjuna. If I want a peace in my life, I should not do anything. I just come away from the war field. But Krishna says no. Na karmanam anarambat naishkarmyam purushošnute nacha sanyasanadeva siddhim samadhigacchati. Arjun, by not doing your work, you are not going to be at peace. Not by renunciation of action, without knowledge, you will be ever at peace. So peace is not inaction. Non-action does not give you peace if you have desire still in your head. Is it not true? I have a desire to fulfill, but I don't want to act. Will it give you peace? Whereas the desire is not there, even if you act, you will be at peace. That is the secret here. If without a desire I act, I will be at peace. With the desire I don't act, I will not be at peace. So action by itself does not disturb you. But what is behind that action? Is it desirelessness or desirefulness? So it is a desire that causes the unhappiness or lack of peace, and not just not doing an action. So this is the first thing we should realize. Action is due to desire. Desire leads us to action. And therefore action, when we are engaged, obviously there is anxiety. And anxiety is lack of peace. Desirelessness equal to not actionlessness. This is what the immediate conclusion everybody will have. Swamiji, if I have no desire, why should I act? Can you not say that? Will you not say that? If desire prompts action, and action prompts anxiety, anxiety prompts lack of peace, opposite of what? That desirelessness. If I have no desire, I don't act. No. Desirelessly you should act. Then only you will find peace, even in the middle of action. Now, this is what is demonstrated by Gurudev and such other people. How to act in the world, very, very busy, but not out of personal desires. Desire you should have, impersonalize it.
How to do
I'm coming to that. No, you are not asking the question. Yesterday also you asked the same question. Coming, step by step only I have to go. I cannot jump from A to Z. Go step by step. I know what you are going to ask. How to impersonalize the desire. Let me give a simple example. Then we will expand on that. Your son, how old is he?
31.
30. So when he was 16-year-old, did he play tennis? Okay, let us say he played tennis. Okay, and you also played tennis, and you are a good player, and he is also a good player. One day he tells you, hey dad, come on, let us play, opposed to each other. Let us see who is good. So when you start your play with him, you are opponent of him and you are playing, and as the play intensifies, he is a good match to you. He is really playing well. And you are also playing well. Now the choice is yours. You play well to defeat him, or play not so well to get defeated. What would you do? Now, you don't need to answer. You play well and defeat him. That's possibly what you do. But even if he plays better than you and defeats you, you will not be unhappy. Oh, my son, he's so good. In spite of you being lost, you are not unhappy about it. Why? You have impersonalized it. At that moment, whether you win or his win, especially when he wins, you're so happy because you don't see the difference between you and him. It's after all my son. Is it not true that immediately when we identify with the other person in such a way that you love that person, obviously, even when you don't win, you are not unhappy about it. Today I was reading some joke, somebody sent. One friend asked the other, let us say in a pond, in a swimming pool, your girlfriend and your best friend both are drowning. Whom do you save first? Your girlfriend and your best friend both are drowning. Whom do you save first? I have to think about it. What is there to think about? Because first of all, what are they doing together? He won't save both of them. Drown. That's a good joke. So when I think I want, that becomes the desire, a personalized desire. From I to us or I to we, impersonalize it. See, instead of I want it to happen, which is for my benefit, my joy, my acquiring something, my to possess, expand it to for the benefit of the maximum number of people. That's why Krishna brings about Loka Sangrahartam, Loka Kalyanartam, for the sake of the maximum number of people. Sampashyan kartum arhasi. Look at that and then do it. Because when Arjuna went to the battlefield, he was revengeful. I have to get rid of this Karna, especially first. And Duryodhana. These are the two enemies he saw in the opposite, in the battlefield. Karna and Duryodhana. These are the enemies. I have to get rid of them. Krishna, knowing very well that he will get agitated looking at Karna and Duryodhana, he did not bring the chariot in front of them. When Arjuna asked, put the chariot in front of the army whom I am going to fight with, I want to see them. He brought the chariot and placed in front of Bhishma and Drona. Now look at your enemies. So he looked at them, my God, this is my teacher, yes. And this is my grandfather, yes. They are going to fight with you. Immediately he got disturbed. Am I going to fight with the people who taught me how to fight the war? Who brought me up? He totally forgot about Duryodhana and Karna. That's why he said, I'm not going to fight. So what Krishna strategically did was to get rid of his revengefulness, personal desire. Then suddenly Arjuna found, I don't need to fight. Am I going to kill my own people and in their blood I am going to enjoy the kingdom? Of what use is that? So Krishna says, now you understand the war should not be for personal revenge. I would not support you, Arjun, if you fight for a personal vengeance. This war is meant for re-establishing dharma. Dharma aviruddho bhuvesho kamosmi bharatarshava. Without desire, there cannot be any action. I know that. But the desire that you should have is a desire for dharma. Loka sangrahartam. Loka kalyanartam. So what makes a saint continuously work without agitation, at the same time engaging in a busy world with peace, is impersonalize the desire. As I said, without desire nobody will act. Nobody will do anything in the world. The moment you wake up in the morning, you have things to do, right? Now you have to ask, what are all those which are personal and what are all those which are impersonal? Of course, when we are starting our life with the wife and children and the family, etc., everything looks personal only. Everything is about I and I want. No doubt about that. But we need not confine ourselves only to that. Definitely we should find avenues and means and time to do some action, like most of you do, to go to serve as teachers in Balvihar or do some volunteer work. These are all impersonalized actions or impersonalized desires. When you do that, you don't ask who is receiving in the end. See, let us say that you are going to a community kitchen to serve. You don't know who is going to come to take that soup which you prepare. And if somebody comes, I'm not going to give it to you, go away. No, anybody who comes deserves what I give. I cannot say you and somebody else cannot. So when we start engaging in those actions where the action is there but the desire is impersonal, we come to gain the ability to remain calm and peaceful even though busy with action. That's what Krishna wants. If you have a desire and don't act, it is called hypocrisy. Karmendriyani sanyamya, having controlled your action, physical sense organs, which are active, yaste manasa smaran, one who sits with his mind, indriyartan, in the mind is thinking about what are the pleasures that I can enjoy. Vimudha Atma, most deluded fellow. Mithyacharasya uchyate, is called a hypocrite. Whereas another person engaging in action but mentally withdrawn his personalized desires, he is called a yogi. And this is the technique which Krishna had explained in Bhagavad Gita, knowing that that is the way the world should function. See, because Upanishad talk to those students who have withdrawn from the world. Upanishad students and Upanishad masters were living in isolation. The Upanishad was taught to an individual who has given up the worldly duties and has sought after a teacher who would give him the highest knowledge for meditation, contemplation, withdrawal. And therefore Upanishads are also known as Aranyakas. Aranyaka means, Aranya means in the forest. In the forest what is taught, called Aranyaka. Whereas Gita was not in Aranya, it is Ranabhumi. Naranyam, Aranyam. Rane, Ranabhumao. In the middle of the battlefield he taught him. In the Karma Bhumi. Not in isolation. That's why it is so distinct. Upanishad ideas brought to the warfield. The teaching of the highest philosophy brought to the business place. That is the beauty of Gita. And therefore Gurudev thought that if I have to talk to the general public like this, I cannot talk to them about how to get out and then go into the forest. But I have to teach them how to keep your mind calm and collected and peaceful while engaging in the world, doing your everyday job. And it is not impossible, because he himself proved it. He himself was a demonstration of it. 365 days, 18 hours a day, he had worked. for 40 years. By the time June, July, his next year's schedule is already put from January to December. And every week he is in different places. Every evening he was giving talks. Every morning he was giving talks. Every letter he was answering. Every people whom he met he would talk to. Every project reports he will read. He is the most busy CEO I've seen. Think of you having a branch, 300 branches. Every day there will be a problem. One branch having problem in once a year for you. How many it will be? Our Guruji used to say, do you think that I am living a stress-free life? Do you think so? I have 300 plus branches with 365 Swamis. Even if the branch I have no problem, the Swami will have a problem. One of them will have trouble. Or both of them will have trouble. So every day there is a problem. I got used to it, he said. Every morning I wake up, there is some problem coming up now. And it is. And you have to solve it. You cannot say, I don't care. So don't think that, Gurudev and Guruji and such other people who lived so intensely was unhappy, agitated. No. So such a person who had found peace in the midst of very busy, active life is alone capable of giving that Shanti to others. That's why in Bhagavad Gita chapter, I was just looking at it, in chapter 5, he says, Abhichetasi pabebhyaha sarvebhya papakrittamaha sarvam jnana plaveneva brajinam santarishyasi. Even if you are abhichetasi, even if you are sarvebhya papebhya papakrittamaha, even if you are the most sinful person in this world, most wanted criminal of the world, sarvam jnana plaveneva vrajinam santarishyasi, you will be able to cross over that only with the boat called knowledge. There is no other way out. So, in the case of Valmiki and such other people, he was such a great he was a pandit, but for behaving and acting like a bandit. You know that, right? He was a scholar, but he was behaving like a dacoit. He was a dacoit. And he had done all possible criminality in his life. In the Upanishad Ganga, the story comes, when Naradji was in the forest, and this Ratnakar, who was a great scholar, but he had turned to become a dacoit, killing everybody on the way and looting away the money. When Naradji came, Narada Rishi, when he came into the forest, and Ratnakar went to him and said, come on, take everything out that you have. He smiled, I don't have anything. Then why are you moving about? What is it you have? I have nothing. Therefore I am fearless. I cannot give it to you anything. So, okay, go. No, I have to talk to you about something. What? Why are you doing this? He said, I am not doing anything wrong because whatever I am doing, money that I get, I am doing it for my wife and children. But do you know that you are committing a sin of killing people, looting away from people? Yeah, but that sin doesn't touch me. Why? Because I am doing it for my children. My wife. He smiled and said, if you are doing a sin or doing a karma, the result of that cannot be shared. Your karma is yours. No. I am doing it for them, they will take it. Go and ask. No, you will run away. Why should I run away? I have nothing. You go. But anyway, one of his assistants, he said, make sure that he will not run away. Few of them, he put them. Just hold him back. He went home, and his wife and children, they were very eager and said, come on, what did you bring today? He said, I didn't bring anything today, but I want to ask. He asked his wife, I am committing all this crime and sin. Would you share with me? She said, even if I would like to, I cannot. What you do is yours. What I do is mine. You cannot share mine, or I cannot share your sin. He realized that, what is this? This would be I thought that because I'm doing it for somebody else, therefore my sin won't touch me. Those who continuously meditate on sin, they have to take medicine. So, my sin, that's why erythromycin, everything is my sin. Anna sin. So he came back, and Naraji was there, and all others went away. Where are others? I asked them the same question. They went to their home. You are right. How do I get rid of it? You can't. What you have done, done. At least now almost don't do it. But my mind is towards that. What can I do? Sit down. I'll tell you how to think about God. Then he gave him the Rama mantra. Isn't it? Then he turned out to become Valmiki, a great poet. First literature of the world written by him. So, thing is, apichetasi pabebhya sarvebhya papakruttamaha sarvam jnanaplaveneva vrajinam santarishyasi. Krishna says to Arjuna, only by the boat of knowledge, the correctly initiated by the right person, you will overcome your sin. Eteidamsi samiddognihi basmasat kurute Arjuna jnanagni dagda karmani basmasat kurute tata. See, knowledge given by a teacher who has the correct vision of peace will surely, with the same knowledge, you will become able to come out of it. Just like the boat, which is floating on the water, alone can take you other side. If the boat is a very holy boat, with a lot of holes, then what will happen? We call it as holy boat. You get into that, it cannot, you sink directly. A floating boat alone can save you. In the same way, a knowledge that makes you afloat, not get drowned, alone can make you cross over the possible, all troubles in the world, you go cross over that. Now, an example that is given is very interesting. Yata idamsi samidda agnihi basmasat kurute. Now you see, when you do any ritual for that matter, most of the rituals have fire as the main deity. And when you add fuel to it, any amount of fuel you add to the fire finally will burn everything into ashes. Correct? Nothing will be left. The nature of fire is, it will consume everything and turn into ashes. Yata idamsi samidda agnihi. Idamsi means fuel. Just like all fuels are burned into ashes finally by the fire, so also knowledge can turn all action into dust. That is the nature of knowledge. Any concern, any worry, any agitation you have, knowledge is capable of burning it down. Jnanagni dagda karmani basmasat kurute. An action can never be ended with another action. Action actually produces more action if it is done with desire. Let me give an example. Let us say you like Rasagulla, right? By eating one Rasagulla, do you think next time you will never eat the Rasagulla? By fulfilling the desire, do you think the desire will go away? In fact, you will go for the second one. Yes or no?
Yes.
Why? Your action is to end the desire. If you have a desire for Rasagulla, that Rasagulla, when the desire comes to eat, you eat, and it should end there. Will it? Do you think? And 1 week later, when you see Rasagulla, it will stop? That action is over. No? That rasgulla I want to compare with this rasgulla. You go for that. Action never ends by action. Desire is the prompter of action, and action never ends by action. When does the action end? Knowledge. That before you go into the rasgulla thing, you suddenly your phone rang or phone ting. That was the report from your blood test from your teeth or from your doctor, which you went for a blood test the previous week. Your sugar is beyond limits. What is the limit? 120?
110.
It is 210. And the footnote by the doctor: don't ever consume even a grain of sugar. You eat no good food. You know what I mean. No good food. Jnanam. What jnanam?
You need to outsource your food.
Your jnanam you got now? The sugar is a dangerous thing for me. Karma will end. You will not go anywhere near that. Yes, sir? Now when does karma end? Karma can end only when you know that the karma cannot be complete by itself. Karma would lead to another karma. Desire will lead to another desire. But when the knowledge comes that it is dangerous to my health, there it will end. Or at least you go and put a, what is it? Insulin or penicillin? And then you will eat. But then you will be careful, you know, end of my life. So, varieties of examples I can give you about that. So where you have become understood, you have aware that this is dangerous, then only the desire will go away. Desire to touch the fire will end when? Knowledge that fire will burn me. Until then it won't. You tell your child, don't touch it. You will become more curious. Why not? Don't go anywhere near the fire. Why not? One day when you are not there, goes and he is touched. Next day you don't need to tell. You don't need to tell. Don't go to the fire. I know it. What is that? Jnanam. Is it not true? Now he gains the knowledge that I know what will happen when I go and touch it. It is not necessary that we need to have to experiment in everything to gain jnana. There are many things we don't need to experiment to know that it is wrong. By gaining from somebody else also you know it. By the experience of others also you know it. Sarvam jnana plaveneva. Therefore jnanagni dakta karmani. Only knowledge can bring an end to the action. So that is the reason why Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita that this jnanam when you get correctly, then that will lead you to Shanti. So what is the role of the teacher or the guru? To give the knowledge. How does he give Shanti? By telling you what can lead you to Shanti. So he says, Nahi jnanena sadrasham pavitram iha vidyate tatvayam yoga samsiddha kalenatmani vindati. Nothing is comparable to this knowledge in purifying your mind. Nahi jnanena sadrasham, nothing is comparable. Pavitram iha vidyate. Tat swayam yoga samsiddha. One who gained it correctly, kalena atmani vindati. In due course of time you will know it. Knowledge is that which will lead you to the state of peace which you already are. And that is the role of the Guru. He is not giving you peace in a platter. Take peace. Nobody can. But tell you how to reach there. GPS takes you or now the cars are coming, you don't need to do anything. Put the GPS and the car on and just go to sleep. But GPS only guiding you. You drive it. GPS is only a knowledge. You have to use that knowledge. Right or wrong? Take the right And on your right side is 1409. 1409?
Yeah.
Nowadays they don't even write the number anywhere. You have to find out. The car says reached. Okay, where is now? Left or right? Something. Of course, here we saw the numbers. Now, sometimes you have to say where the number is. But the car says reached. Anyway, so the point is that nahi jnanena sadrasham pavitram iha. There is nothing comparable to knowledge which is so pure. Because the nature of knowledge is to tell you a thing as is. When it says fire is hot, it is not fire may be hot. Fire shall be hot. Fire will be hot. Fire used to be hot. No. Fire is hot. This is called fact. Correct or not? Does it say fire may be hot? Fire shall be hot. Fire could be hot. Fire was hot. Fire is. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is called jnana. Jnanam is not ambiguity. What is and what is not. That's why science is what people like. If you ask your children, we like science because it is not about belief. It is not about assumptions. It is not about possibilities. It is about facts. We are all scientific people. We believe in facts. See? Correct. Knowledge is about that. So also, the soul nature of the self is peace is not a proposition. It's not a possibility. It's not a hypothesis. It's not a futuristic idea. It is. So until you reach that point, you need to have faith in that path. If you don't have faith in that path, you will not even experiment it. If a teacher says, this is it, but I don't have the experience, find out yourself. See, when it comes to external world, you can observe and say, yes, now I see it. But it is about internally, you have to find that peace within you. And therefore, who is going to work on it? As Gurudev would say, we are working on the subjective laboratory of life. It cannot be objectified. A self, the self which you have to discover, realization of the self is not an objective science. It is not something which the teacher can show you. Now see the self. You cannot show that. Are you happy now?
Yes, I am.
Prove. You cannot prove it to me. I have to go by your words. Yeah, I'm a very happy person. Then I know you are not. Even if you are happy, I am a happy person. But it need not be. How do I know?
You don't need to be.
See, how will you say that? How can I prove to you that I am happy? Cannot. It's subjective.
Totally.
In the same way, self is, nature of self is peace. It is. How do I know? You try. So the teacher's responsibility is to pass on the knowledge, and your responsibility is to test it out. And unless you believe in what I say, you will not even start that point. Is it not true? Therefore, immediately Krishna puts it this point, Shraddhavan labate jnanam. Only a person of faith can gain this knowledge. Tatpara Sanyata Indriyaha. One who has the Shraddha gains the knowledge, one who really wants to reach there. Many people gain it as a mere document or the scholarly knowledge, but never experiment it. Then it stops. Scholars talk, saints walk. That's the difference. You can have many scholars talking about it, but personally they have no experience of it. And many saints won't talk about it, but they've already reached there. There are very rare you can find those who walk and talk also. Gurudev was such a person who had gained that ultimate peace at the feet of his teacher, and his teacher being a very isolated Taponji Maharaj, he was always in Uttarakashi, remaining in his own solitude. And Gurudev went to him and said that I want to go down to the plains, the people, and talk to them about this. He said, why? They won't believe you. And you will be very disappointed if they don't believe. He said, no. Even if there are 100 people who listen and one person believes that I have done the work, right? At least that one person is saved. So reluctantly Tapanji said, okay, go and experiment it. He could have stayed back. But he said, no, I want to find out. I want to help the people out there. So he was the person who not only walked that path of peace, but he talked about it to help the others. So, Shraddhavan labate jnanam tatpara sayyatendriyaha jnanam labdva param shantim achirena adhigacchati. Only when gaining that knowledge, in due course of time, achirena adhigacchati shantim. So, throughout his life, what he was doing, no doubt, various social work and social projects he take, but his main work in his life was to give that knowledge that can lead a person to his own peace or her own peace. That's why he would say, somebody went and asked him, Swamiji, you know, in Lions Club and Rotary Club, etc., they have this, what do you call that?
Symbol.
They put that pendant, right?
Label pin.
So they said we should also have common for all Chinmaya Mission members a pendant which says Chinmaya Mission. Gurudev looked at it. Your face should show that. Why do you need thing? Your face should show that you are a man of peace and you have a man of knowledge. Not any pendant or a card. He never believed in that. He said, your face, your character, your behavior, your value, your lifestyle should demonstrate to people around you that you are a man of peace. Not anything else. You don't need to declare to the world, I'm a man of peace. When they look at you, they know it. So, jnanam labdva param shantim achirena adhigacchati. Only that correct knowledge, you will reach there. So, the understanding of any Upanishad, Gita, or any other thing that we study, the study should not end by reading the book. Close the book and start the walk. Then only we realize the importance of converting knowledge into action. Otherwise, people, what happens is after reading, I have finished Vedanta. Now what are you doing? Standing upside down. Many people have this peculiar idea. You know, I will do that and I will do this mantra and that mantra and then chakra and then all sort of things. Why do you need all those things? Guruji used to say, "वो चक्कर में नहीं पड़ो भाई, चक्कर का विकर का क्या business हो रहा है? It's only a temporary solutions. What really will sustain you is you converting into that knowledge. Transformation of knowledge take place. Transformation of you through knowledge. If your son or daughter are going to school for 12 years, at the end of it, you expect them to have some maturity, right? If they have not matured enough to take their own decisions and lead their life based upon their own vision and understanding of things, and if for every small little problem they come and cry, kya pada hai? What did you learn? What did you understand in those many years of spending in school? I only paid a fee and you didn't learn anything. 25 plus 31, what is it?
56.
Huh?
56.
25 plus 31?
56.
How did you know? How do you know?
Because experience.
What experience? Every day it's a 25 plus 31, it's a 25.
I'm doing math.
How did you learn that 25 plus 31 is 50? Did any teacher tell you that? 25 plus 31 is equal to 56. Anybody told you? You learned 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. That's all in that much. But 25 plus 31 is your thinking. Nobody told you that 25 plus 31 equal to 56. In the same way, thinking is not about 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, memorization. Knowledge is alertness, awareness. It's not about memorizing. You see? That's why Upanishad very clearly says, Nayam Atma balahine labhyaha na medaya na bahuna shrutena. Not by memorization, not by listening too much, but thinking. So this math is a good example. What it is I see it. In your mind you have put 25, 31, 56. So that's it. You don't say, oh, 1, 2, 3. If it is a first grader, will do that. They have this abacus or something, no? What is it? They do something like that, right? I don't know. You've seen that kids who are learned in that? Chinese, some method is there. For a first grader or second grader, it is hard to think that idea of putting everything in the mind and coming to an answer. But if you are a 12th grader and you still do that, then there is a problem there. There you become alert. You don't need to memorize things. In the same way, knowledge is not memorization. Knowledge is not pandityam. Knowledge is not scholarliness. Knowledge is alertness. You know it. There it is. So it is the practice is to personalize that knowledge. Not book. Book is there. Yes, he taught me, but convert that. That's a tatpara sanyata indriya. Having gained that knowledge, having gained the vision of what it leads to, start living that nature of peace in everyday life. And the Guru only guides you there. Come on, do this way, go this way. Don't fall prey to these things. You will ultimately discover the nature of self as peace. And once having gained that, you will not lose it. Once having gained that vision of the self as the most peaceful abode, thereafter no one, nothing can take you out of it. That becomes you. Thereafter nothing can disturb that. Up till that is your journey. Having reached which you become the giver of peace. Standing on the tower of peace, you will be the guide there. So that is what most of these Mahatmas have done. And they live like a beacon light. Like a lighthouse you have where these ships come and in the darkness they don't know where to go. They show the light. Here is where you are. You have to go in this direction. So Shastra or knowledge is necessary for us to reach that goal, and one who gives to us that knowledge is the Guru. Jnana-pradaaya, Shaanti-pradaaya Namah. And how did he gain that knowledge? Through Shastra, through the correct scripture. That is tomorrow. Shastra Uddharakaya Namah. How he made Shastra, the knowledge, scriptural knowledge, into a practical science. Otherwise it's all words. But it has to have meaning in our life. So that we will see in tomorrow's session. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkhavad Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.